Welcome back to Wrenches in Motion, where if it ain't broke, I'm buying it. And today we have another Element. This is a 2003. For some reason, I had a bunch of videos and I lost them. So the whole introduction thing and everything that was wrong with it is lost in the sauce, so to speak. So let me get a walk around real quick. This is Sunset Orange, I believe. The label was off the back. I put that on. You'll see that later in the video. The back was all stickered up. I got rid of those and put the Wrenches in Motion sticker on it. But yeah, looks pretty good. When I bought it, it had a door open alarm on it, and that's because this was missing. So I had to find 2 screws in the junkyard, put that back on. That fixed that issue. You can see the back seats. Let's see, let's come on into the inside here. It's got the standard radio that the volume control is all flaky on. Someone redid the seats. However, they lost the headrest for the other side. So I don't know if I'm going to take the seats from the black one and put in here, or if I'm just going to leave these in here and roll with it the way it is. So I did give it a look over when I bought it, and some of the things I saw, hang on a second, let me get the hood prop up, was first of all, typical K-Series oil leaks, which was this gasket down here, spool valve gasket. I did the serpentine belt and the tensioner. I did this motor mount, the front trans mount. I did, oh, you'll see that later in the video. What else did I do right away? Oh, harmonic balancer was bad, so I replaced that. And I don't know if I've got struts coming up later in the video or not, but I did front struts. I did a bunch of suspension stuff in the back, which you'll see. And I think this is pretty cool here. I took out the lights and I put in green LEDs. And I think those are pretty awesome. Okay, let me give this thing a start. Of course, the camera battery's trying to die. So let me fire this thing up real quick. You'll see 315,000 miles. The check engine light is on for P0420, like they all are. What I think is this one's problem is I'll clear it, it'll go away for a while and come back. But when you let it sit at a stoplight and go to take off, blows smoke out the back. So I believe the valve seals are gone. I did do a valve cover gasket and a valve adjustment, but if I have to replace the valve seals, that's all got to come back off again. Alright, so that is the introduction to the 03 Honda Element. I did put tires on it, but these are going on the Blue Element, and the Blue Element's tires are coming over here because these have the triple snowflake, which we need up in New York. Today's video is brought to you by Leija Handmade. L-E-I-J-A Handmade on Facebook. And they make keychains. You know, they do any color, and they engrave whatever you want on here with the laser engraver. I got these ones for Kenny. I thought they were pretty cute. Little picture of Kenny and written on Kenny. They made my Wrenches in Motion mug, which I really like. He actually designed the logo. Thanks, Louie. And they made the Fleetguard oil filter cup. You may have seen this one on the channel. I've used it before. I really like it. So if you want something custom made, and you want to say anything you want, give Leija Handmade a ring or a message on Facebook. Let them know Wrenches in Motion sent you over. And yeah, enjoy your stuff. Hey, we're back with the Orange Element. And one thing I can tell you guys is the rear end sounds terrible. It definitely sounds like something's loose. So took a look around, and I don't even see it, but the the diff mount shot. So I need a new diff mount. I looked at the sway bar bushings, they're shot. And then I just did this. Yeah. Take a look over there, you might be able to see it better. Anyway, yeah, those are not supposed to do that. At least not that easy. So let me jump to the other side. We'll take a look over there. These here seem to be okay. Oh, no. In and out, they're loose. Side to side, they're loose. These here, these bars, I need to get adjustable ones because I've got some negative camber going on. And as you can see by the way the tire is wearing, maybe you can't because of sunlight, of course. Try to get a different angle. It's like almost bald on the inside and plenty on the outside. So it's definitely riding hard on the inside. You can see it. It's tilted in. So this tire's in a lot better shape. This one isn't cambered nearly as much as that one is. But let's see if we can. Of course, I can't hold the flashlight and do this at the same time. I think. Okay. Where's this? Oh, sorry, our link's right in front of me. Oh, did you see that? Hang on. Oh, this is so difficult. Why? Let me try it without the light. Maybe you can see it. Probably not. Alright. I gotta figure something out. So I want you guys to be able to see this. I want you to see how bad these sway bar links are. So forgive the bad camera work, please. Okay, well there it is. And so I back up a little bit. Yeah, this one's totally shot. All you can see, I just grabbed it with my hand. So, I think that's where a lot of my clunking's coming from. Okay, he did say he replaced the rear struts, which he did. Which is nice. Okay. So now I got some more stuff to order. Let's climb out of here. Okay, so the only thing I really had planned for today was to get the lettering off. I'm going to use that special rubber wheel, take all that lettering off, and then I'm going to measure over to where the E was, or I've still got the other element over there, and we'll put the new letters on. See what kind of difference that makes. Well, we pulled the orange element back in to replace the front O2 sensor because it was throwing a fault for the heater not being on. So we got us an NTK 24838. Pop that in there. No more faults. The heater is working. This O2 sensor, I have no idea what kind it was, but Hondas are very particular on their O2 sensors and spark plugs and a bunch of other stuff. So we got them replaced. Not them. We got it replaced. The oil leak seemed to have slowed down very, very much. So we got that going on. We got a bunch more parts in today. We got ball joints and what else did we get? Oh, the front motor mount. So we got those, and we have to go order parts for the back. Okay, hey, we got another box from Rock Auto. Let's see what's in the box. I can't exactly remember what I ordered. Oh yeah, sway bar links and the sway bar bushings for the rear for the orange element. You should. Oh, you already did see these things. I was gonna say you should see how bad these are, but you did see them in the other video. So, or not the other video, earlier in this video. So here we go. bushing kit, left and right sway bar links. I think we might pull it in because I'm sitting here stripping Kenny down. Okay, so also today we're going to put this rear axle in. As you can see, it didn't really have a good trip. The box was crushed. This one fell right off. I'm going to try to straighten these. What I should do is just try to take them off the old axle when I get it out. Rock Auto did give me 10 bucks, so I'll take that, I guess. I think I'm going to try to straighten this one. This shouldn't be too difficult. And this one we'll try to take off the other one. If not, I'll have to try to straighten that one too. So we're going to do axle and rear sway bar links and rear sway bar bushings. Okay, I've never done this part before. So I think, oh, let me tell you, those screws for the rotor, don't ever put them back in. That's just for assembly line stuff. And I got way too big of a socket. Let me go get a different socket. Let's see if we can get this out of here. Alright, piece of cake. Now, there's 4 bolts. I believe this backing plate all comes off, and then we should be able to just pull the axle straight out. So let me see about getting back here. Okay, well that was easy. It's one thing about not being a northern car. You can actually get bolts to come out. And that's going to need a wrench, and that's... Okay. So let's just see for... No, we need an extension on that one. Yeah, you guys can see that probably. Anyway, yeah, sway bar is very loose. And it's just going to spin, of course, which you kind of thought was going to happen. Because that always happens. You always end up... I'm just going to cut them off. That's what I do. See if I can get this one off real quick. Probably not. Going to spin. Sometimes you get lucky and there's a flat on the inside you can get a wrench on to hold on to. Some of them don't do that. So those are the ones you got to cut. Okay, we're going to leave those. Let's concentrate on getting this backing plate off. Okay, so as usual, I'm going too deep. You do not need to take all this stuff off, so we're going to put all this back on. Tighten everything up for our backing plate here, because that does not need to come off. So here I am once again taking things apart that I don't need to take apart. Happens quite a bit, but that's how you learn, right? Alright, let's go here. Probably would help if I had my flashlight so I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's gonna be one of them days. Alright, I'm going to shut this off and get going on here. Alright, so let me get you off the tripod for a second. Take a look here. We loosen this one and knock that in, so this is going to be free to spin. On the other side, we loosen this one right here. And on the top, we pull this one out. The whole knuckle flops down. But this is our speed sensor. It's held in with a 10mm nut or bolt. And lucky in the south, we can get these out in one piece. In the north, good luck, because those things will rust in there and you will not be able to get them out. So, good thing I live in the South. We're able to do that. The axle is frozen in place, so I'm going to try to throw you back on the tripod here and set you down. I'll show you what I mean. And this is going to be interesting trying to get this out. Okay, hopefully you can see. Kind of. If I take this out, you can't see that. Let me get you down a little bit. There we go. Perfect. So this flops free. Now I gotta get the axle out of there somehow. And really the only way I know how to do that is to just beat it with a hammer. But I can't get this in there, so I need to go get a different hammer. So I'll put this bolt back in there just to hold it, and I'll be right back. Okay, you're gonna see this real time. Hopefully it works. Oh, that thing's really in there. Oh, this is gonna take a bit, I think. Wow, that axle should not be frozen in there that bad. Okay, well, what we're going to do is get you off the camera, and I'm going to set up to beat this thing very hard, see if I can get this thing out of here. Well, it's a good thing I don't need this vehicle for anything. As you can see, the axle's out. It's just kind of hanging there, flopping around like a fish. And I should be able to smack this out. I see people just pushing this out with their thumb. I'm using big old hammers, and I cannot get this thing to move. It is frozen in the hub. I don't want to go get a slide hammer and everything and pull the hub out. I'm not replacing the hub. I don't want to replace the bearings or nothing. All I want to do is replace the axle. So that's where we're at. High level of frustration. Lots of hammering and no movement whatsoever. I don't want to use heat because I don't want to ruin the bearing, which chances are that's going to happen. So I guess get the hammers out, and I'm going to spray some penetrating oil. Maybe that'll help it a little bit. Other than that, it's smack the garbage out of it some more, see if that thing will come out. Well, we are making progress. I don't recommend this, by the way, but we had this hammer here and this sledgehammer here. Maybe the brass hammer was giving too much, but I mean, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't need to do this. I mean, you can see how hard I'm hitting it, and it's finally into the splines, but it's still not going to come out. So now I got to try to take an impact socket and maybe it'll lightly tap out now. I don't know, but let me get you off this tripod real quick, and we'll take a look at the new shiny new sway bar links. And we got new sway bar bushings that aren't split, and you can't move that now. So that's perfect. So at least I got one thing done. And this thing is feeding through, so maybe I might have to get a 14 millimeter instead of that 17. 17 might be too big around, but we're gonna keep smacking it. Also, this wheel stud needs to be replaced now. So we're gonna try to figure out how to do that. There's gotta be a place around here somewhere that you can bang it out and get it out. Whoops, there we go. Push it that way to get it out, and then try to snake another one in from the back, which could be difficult. We may have to take a brake shoe off to get there. But all right, so I'm gonna keep working on this. Hopefully the axle will come out. Okay, before I go in for the night, let's see here. Axle's in. Haven't staked the nut, haven't torqued the nut down yet because this. Yeah, I have wheel studs for a... Why does this not turn? Oh, there we go. Hopefully that's okay. I have wheel studs for a CRV front, and this is Element rear, and the splines in here are different. So I need to get a Element stud, or plural. Usually buy them, you know, buy a pack of 10 or whatever. These here are going to be adjusting the camber, because right now one of the wheels is kicked in at the top. So I've got these on order, should be here either today or tomorrow. So I'm not going to bother putting it back together. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, take the other tire off, so that tomorrow I can go ahead and put these in, try to adjust the camber so it's halfway straight, throw it back together, and hopefully we're good to go. Well, that didn't last long. Just when I thought I was going to be done for the night, look what showed up. Our diff mount. If you will take a look at the diff back here. No, I can't show you here, maybe. I don't know if you can see that flexing or not. The diff mount's torn back here. So I'm going to replace that. And then maybe it'll stop this. I'll set you down, maybe? No, probably not. Can I set you on top of something, maybe? Hey, let's see if you can see it. Okay. Oh man, let's take a look. Okay. So this is the diff mount. You can... yeah, you can see all the damage in there. Anyway, that's been replaced. This is part of the axle that we got out of the rear diff. So yeah, that axle was definitely toast. We still got to tighten up the bottom bolts for the knuckle. Jeez, I can't even think. So we got 2 of those to tighten up. Everything else is tight. We did not pull the wheel off. I'll do that tomorrow. I got plenty of time. I think I'm just going to leave the tools out here. It's not supposed to rain tonight. And I don't really feel like picking stuff up because I'm tired. I'm old. I'm tired. And if you were here, you'd be listening to Flirtin' with Disaster by Molly Hatchet. Hey, look what just came in. We've got our adjustable upper control arms for the Orange Element. We went Amazon. We got the Iron Tree, whoever they are. Anyway, yeah, bushings look good. This one bolts in. If you're looking at the left side here from the rear, this goes in. I got this because it's got the threaded boss at the end. They said the originals have this. A lot of the replacements are just flat and you got to get a nut. So I didn't want to go shopping for nuts. So I bought the ones with the threaded insert already on there. And it looks welded pretty good. Only welded in 3 spots though. I think I would have probably welded it more than that. Shouldn't fall apart though. Okay, and those are going to go in here. As you can see, oh, actually, they lied. The original does have a nut, so I don't need that. Okay, so we got this arm's going to get replaced with that beefy one, and this will enable us to adjust our camber, because as we know, this tire is wearing on the inside. I've probably already said this in an earlier video, but you see how much it's wearing over here compared to over here. So we need to, and that's on the inside. Let me flip it around real quick. So it's actually riding like this as an exaggeration. And we're going to change the toe, or the camber, to make it straight. Well, first casually, start taking it apart. The rotor's got these screws in there, which there's no reason to put those back in. And I broke my hammer screwdriver, of course, trying to get it out. That's my last bit. I went through 3 of them, not just on this vehicle, but I just broke my last one, so that's dead. The only thing left now is to drill them out. This is going to take longer than I thought. Well, that was pretty anticlimactic. I had a sharp 5/16 bit and some oil. Oiled up the bit, got all 3 of these drilled out, probably 15 seconds each. No big deal. Usually it takes longer than that, but hey, I'll take that any day. So we're going to take off the bracket. That's 2 17s in the back. You got probably a 12 holding the line. I'm just going to go ahead and take the ABS out. There's a 10 there because chances are it's not going to come out of the knuckle, and I'm taking the knuckle out anyway to replace the ball joint. So that's going to be pretty easy. There's just a connection. And this nut came loose, so I'll be able to get the tie rod end out. The other side did not, so I think it's going to have to wait till after we get the strut out of the way, and then we'll probably have to grab it and, you know, try to muscle that thing out of there. These, it's going to be a 19 and a 22, I believe, to get the strut mounts out, or to get the strut out. And then on top, I think they're either 14s or 15s. 3 bolts will take that strut out of there. These are going to be 19s on the control arm, that one there, and this one here. That's, you can't get any power tools in there, so that's all hand powered. Yeah, we'll see if we can get that out of there. Oh, then we got sway bar links. Probably just end up cutting those, because chances are they're not going to come out. Let's see if I can get you in here for some of this stuff here. So we got our strut loose. That's all hanging right here. Got our axle pushed out of the knuckle finally. Not all the way yet, of course, but I need it to go all the way. Come on. Oh, maybe not. All right, well, let's just bash this, and hopefully the ball joint comes out. That would have been nice. I'm gonna have to get a pickle fork. All right, pickle fork acquired. Let's try it now. That is not coming out of there. Why are you so difficult? Alright, I'm gonna play around with some more stuff, see what we can do. What would any good car repair video be without the death wheel coming out? We're just gonna cut this sway bar link in half. We'll clean it up later. Don't know if you saw it, but I have my face shield on, which is right there. Alright, so now we got that cut. I'll try to get you back here again. Try to figure out why we can't get the control arm out. It comes out one side. Come on. Oh, just come out. I'm not asking for a lot. See, we move this caliper out of the way. It doesn't really hang a whole lot because it's so close to the ground. That's nice. Probably just gonna crack myself with this thing when it comes out. Feels. How's it coming, maybe? Oh, this is driving me nuts. Something as simple as this. No, it says, I refuse to come out. Let me get you on this side. That way when things go awry, you'll be out of the way. Move some tools, this could look ugly. I have dropped this knuckle on my knee before, and that wasn't very fun. Alright, one liberated knuckle, or control arm, and knuckle. Alright, so now, is there any way we can just bash the tie rod, maybe, or ball joint, and get it out of the control arm? As you can see, I'm not being light. I'm not being gentle. The ball joint's almost out of the knuckle, which is actually preferred because that's what I'm going to do anyway. Well, if we get this thing to where the ball joint's out, I might just cut the ball joint in half. Because holy cow, I can't believe this thing's stuck like that. It may be death wheel time again. Except there's a lot of rubber in there. Oh, that stuff stinks when you start burning it. Why? I don't get why it's not coming out. I really don't. This is going to be challenging. There we go. Holy cow. And it's out. And the ball joint's out. Whew. Oh my gosh. All right. Now, let's take a listen to the wheel bearing. Yep, that's fine. All right. Well, actually, that saved me some time because we're replacing the ball joint anyway. All right, so let us move this over here. Just throw this back up in here so I don't get lost. Throw this one back in so we don't get lost. Okay. I think what I'm going to do when I go to clean up the sway bar is I'm going to unbolt it, drop the whole sway bar down. That way I've got it out and it's a whole lot easier to cut those end links off. Let's go to the other side. Oh, no, not yet. Let's see how hard it's going to be to do this. Oh, not very hard at all. So why don't we replace that right now since we're right here. These are not side specific. So let's see here. One. Can you see? No. Let me move you around a little bit. Okay. So we're just going to count the threads, put the new one on the same way, and that'll be close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 and a half. Easy enough. Half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's tighten our jam nut up. Not tight, just snug it up. Okay. Now we'll put the grease Zerk fitting in the top. And just throw our nut on here just to hold it. I'll drop a cotter pin in there. Once again, just to hold it. I just don't want to lose any of this stuff, that's all. And the Zerk fitting. Should thread right in. Famous last words, going to thread right in. Right, with an 8mm wrench. Alright, I'm going to tighten that up and then see you on the other side. Now we got the sway bar out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our death wheel, either cut it here or cut it here, not sure yet. Get this out, and then I'm going to put the new one on because you can't get to it from this side. So I'll use the impact, zip it on there, zip it on the other side over there, and then change out the bushings and just slide this back under there, and then when we get it all put back together, we'll throw this back in, and everything should be good to go. I'm trying to decide how much I want to do tonight. The sway bar bushings are on. The end links are mounted to the sway bar. Over here, yeah, we got what we got. And then I still have to start tearing this apart. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to do tonight. It's not really getting dark, but it is almost 5 o'clock, and I'm pretty tired, so I don't think I'm going to tear this apart tonight. I think I'm just going to go in the house. I don't know where I left off. So, 1, 2, 3. Let me get those out. I'll drop the strut out of the way. And I might work on that tie rod in right now because, I don't know, maybe I'm feeling lucky. We'll see. Okay, I lied. I just went a little bit further. Never in my life have I had to cut a tie rod end in half in order to get the thing out of there. Holy cow, what a pain. But it's out. New one's in. About to put that ball joint in there. And then I think tomorrow we can actually start reassembling things. How about that? Man. Yeah, under here. Oh, still gotta get a 7mm and tighten up the Zerk fitting. Oh yeah, 7mm. I don't know why I have a 7mm wrench, but so far I've needed it to bleed the BMW clutch, the slave cylinder, and I've needed it to put these in. So I must have had it to do these Zerk fittings. That's the only reason I can think of to have a 7mm. I mean, nobody uses those. Except aftermarket, I guess. Oh, and while I'm on the subject of aftermarket, why don't they use the same size hardware that the factory did? Oh, it's another day on the Element. Raining, of course. But the floor is dry under here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Sort of. Oh, what I wanted to show you. We're going to climb under here. Is, I don't know if you can see it or not, but we're going to get some light in there. This trans mount, and you're not going to be able to see anything. Anyway, that trans mount shot. So we got another one. I believe it's a couple 17s that mount it to, I think, if you can look I can't get the camera up in there. Anyway, also, this filter, we're going to change that. That's a 10 millimeter, which is way up there. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to get to, actually. But that filter needs to be changed. And, there's some grody stuff in there. Probably get some brake cleaner and spray all over here. Try to get some of this stuff off. Yeah. And also, we're going to go ahead and drain the transmission so that I can change the fluid out, because the fluid was looking pretty bad. And this thing's got oil everywhere. I thought I fixed the oil leaks. Maybe this is all residual. Boy, I hope so. All right, so let's find the mount and the filter, and we'll throw a jack under the transmission to hold it in place so we can get these out. I think I'm going to do the filter first, just let it hang and hopefully drain, and then we'll attack this mount, get that changed out, and then put a new filter on. Well, after a lot of cursing, I got the trans mount out. Holy cow, it was something else. Yeah, I'd say that was bad. Hopefully, between the suspension and this, we cure that shaking while accelerating. So there's our new nice solid mount. We're going to throw that in and go ahead and disconnect these trans lines. Get this filter out of here. We've already got the bracket off, sitting right there. And then get our new filter right here. So we'll throw that in right away. Get this mount back in. And then continue along with what we're doing. Hopefully we'll get this thing back together today. Will you quit rolling around? Alright, so we got the filter off. The other line's just dripping just a little bit, not much. The stuff on the left is the stuff I pulled out. The stuff on the right is what it's supposed to look like. So yeah, I'll be glad to be changing this. I'll probably do the 3X drain and fill, where you drain it, fill it, drive it about a mile, come back, drain it, fill it, drive it about 10 miles, come back, drain it, fill it. And that should change, they say, like 80% of the fluid, which has got to be better than this crap that was in there. So, yeah. Something else I wanted to show you. On this mount, you've got... And I lost it. Nope, there it is. So this tab is supposed to be sticking down into a slot to hold this while you take the bolt out. And that thing just bent. That's how tight this thing was in there. So I need to bend that back straight. And when we put the mount in, we'll slide that in nice where it's supposed to be. Tighten that up. Should be good to go. I wish I was filming a lot more, but well, it's actually dark out here, considering what time it is. So I got the control arm in. That was fighting. So that's all done. Go to put the knuckle on. Notice the axle won't push in. And gee, I wonder why. I don't know if you can see that or not. And maybe from back here you can. So thanks, Mevotech. Yeah, there you go. So the Zerk fitting is hitting part of the axle housing and it won't go in. So I'm going to take the Zerk fitting out, get some silicone, put over the top so it doesn't get water inside, and then we'll come back out and try this again. Well, we are finally done. Sorry I didn't video more. I really wanted to get this thing done. So there we have it. Actually, the front end looks pretty well aligned. So I think we're going to take it for a test drive and we'll see how that goes. I will be back in a few minutes. Well, the test drive didn't go as planned. There was still a vibration. It ended up being the driver's side axle. As soon as I replaced that, all smooth as glass. I'm sure that vibration tore up the transmission mount. But now we've got new struts, you know, front suspension's in. Works really well. And my wife just had a good idea. And I don't know what you guys think of it, but I'm going to lay it out there. She said, why don't you do a series for beginning drivers on doing the simple things like checking the oil, checking tire pressure, changing tires, stuff like that. And I was thinking to myself, that's a pretty good idea. So let me know if you think that's a good idea. Because I really think that's something I want to do. There's a lot of kids out there, either without a father figure or without an adult that knows, anything about cars. Some people just drive them till the wheels fall off and then just go get another one. So yeah, I think that might be a good idea, and I think I'm maybe a good person to teach it. So with that being said, keep the wheels down, keep your wrenches in motion.